going on, guys? Took me God knows how long to get this set up. Honestly, if y'all see how my camera is holding up right now, engineering degree right here. Dudes, sick update. I didn't want to tell anyone, but you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm taking a semester off school just to do sales, just to do closing, and well, not closing. I don't do closing yet. I'm an appointment setter, which is still pretty cool. And honestly, for all of y'all with zero, I repeat, zero experience in sales, setting appointments, dude, that's such a great place to start. Come on, man. Like, if you just enrolled into inbound closing and you're like, oh my god, I don't have any experience, I don't know what I'm gonna do, don't worry, you can be an appointment setter and still make excellent money. Which is why I'm taking a semester off, just to concentrate on my work, on the good lifestyle of sales, and just, I love it. That being said, I did consider dropping out completely. I have not made up my mind about that yet, but this isn't a dropout university video yet. But nonetheless, I made a decision to just chill out and make some money. Pretty cool. For those of you who don't know, which is probably all of you, I was a film production student in Montreal. This was supposed to be my third year, and because everything went online and the teachers and the whole program is just kind of like, God knows what the heck is going on there, I was like, you know what, screw this, let's just like do something that's actually useful. No offense, films, I still love you, but you guys gotta pick it up. Seriously, pick it up. So this week, starting now, I just want to do a Q&A and answer all of your questions on YouTube, and I have my computer, my handy computer. Before we dive into it, quick update. Guys, I've been getting my sets to close finally. Oh boy, it's amazing. First one closed, I have it framed. I'm gonna show y'all. My first set framed, like just sitting in front of me, with a $100 bill behind it. I don't know, is it real, is it not? You never know. But yeah, my first set was a 5K program. Okay, Q&A session begins. Inbound closing Q&A session. Q&A. Anyway, okay. One of the first questions for people who are still confused and haven't enrolled in the program. First disclaimer, I'm not selling anything. I don't have an affiliate link, unfortunately. I see there's a need to clarify certain things, and because the sales mentor haven't, okay, don't like quote me on this, but I don't think they posted anything that's like, hey guys, we're real deal. So I'm just gonna do them the honor and just do it for them. They know me at this point. I'm like the most obnoxious one in the whole group. So what do you sell? Question number one, Q&A. Let's freaking do it, buds. Inbound closing. What is it that you sell? Many people ask me. Well, it could be a fitness package. It could be a course. It can be some sort of like private mastermind coaching type thing. It could be like some sort of online schooling system. Anything that requires sales and is high ticket, it requires sales advisors. It requires closers. So when it comes to what is it exactly that you sell, it could be any high ticket program or any high ticket valuable training. It's usually like a package. The reason, okay, first of all, even the reason why you exist as a sales professional, as an inbound closer, as a sales advisor, is because the owner of the company does not have enough time to like pick up the phone and speak with thousands and thousands of people who want to enroll into their like mastermind course, fitness package, financial mastermind, building, workshops, whatever. They have business to run. They don't have time to be like, you know, talking with people on the phone, listening to their problems and being like, hey, maybe you should consider investing into this. They don't have time for that. They can't do it. So they need advisors, sales advisors. Just go on Google and type in sales advisor. That is literally who is an inbound closer is, and what they do is they sell products. So whatever they sell could be freaking anything, bud. Alright, I'm probably just gonna make this a giant video and then separate it into different parts. That is such a great idea. Such a great idea. Okay, question, where can you roleplay? So, great question, what is it? Fat Billy Pappy. Really strange name, but you know what? Whatever, dude. You do you. Where can you roleplay? Once you enroll into the program, they give you access to this beautiful Facebook group with a bunch of other people who just enrolled, where you can practice and make friends and build connections and just have a blast. Mostly, the group is used to do your homework, to ask for help, to collaborate with different people, and to roleplay, of course, because practice makes perfect, especially if you're in the sales world. Practice makes perfect. I think that's in any world, but since we're talking about sales, we're just gonna tie it down to sales, you know what I mean? Okay, what can you roleplay? In a Facebook group. You can roleplay with your friends, but they probably have no clue what the heck you're talking about, so forget about your friends, just enroll in the Facebook group and you'll have like 1,000 more friends now. Okay, very ambitious, very willing to work, perhaps have little experience, but then again, I had little experience too, and I'm making guapa fly right now, so what the heck is up? Where do I find clients? Where can you find clients? Excellent question. Where can you find clients? First of all, they teach you how to find clients once you enroll. Keep that in mind. But seriously guys, like, they teach you everything. When people, I get, like, it's really stressful, especially if you're like in a dire situation, you invested $100 into this program, you have no money, and you can't find a client. I understand. But also, if you're not in that situation, go and look at the resources that were given to you, because it's the same as if you were given like a manual on how to set up your computer, and instead of looking at the manual of how to set up your computer, you go for help to everybody else. And it's like, first of all, you're making your life so much harder. Why would you do that? Why would you do that when you have the thing right there? It's like, tells you what you gotta do with this thing. Come on, man. But my recommendation for finding a client is very simple and very different from what they give in their resources. So I think there are two ways to go about it. You can either do what everybody else is doing and what they tell you to do, which is, you know, things are getting overly populated at this moment, and you gotta be smarter. You gotta be smarter than everybody else, bud. So what I did, first of all, I made a mistake of like doing what everybody else is doing, and then I realized, heck no, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna do something else. What the heck is up? And I was like, screw all of those Facebook groups. I'm gonna go directly to the source, and that's what I recommend you to do. So instead of going into the groups and like filling out all the questions and trying to connect with people there, if you do end up going to the groups, go to the group moderators. What worked the best for me is going to the source, going to the Facebook group moderator or Facebook group creator of whatever, some big like mastermind, business related, whatever it is that you want to sell at the end of the day. You go and you find the source of everything. And so what worked best for me is if I started asking questions and being like, hey, this is what I do, I really appreciate XYZ, your product, I really appreciate your product, I'm just curious to hear a little bit more about it. So you start asking questions, you show curiosity, not only in the product, but also in the person themselves, but not in a creepy way. You can't be like creepy about it. For instance, I would try and connect with other already working closers and ask them for guidance, not necessary in finding a job, but just ask them how they're doing, how they started. You know, you want to like praise them a little bit, not too much, but just show that, you know, you're grateful that they're taking time to speak with you, and that what they do is really inspiring, blah 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 blah. Basically, you feed their ego, you make it freaking explode, but don't be creepy about it. You feed their ego, but then at the end of the feeding of the ego, you know what you do? You go, hey, by the way, do you know if like somebody's hiring? Because I'm trying to find a job. People love providing value and showing that they're experts in something. So if you can, I don't want to say push buttons, but if you can push other people's buttons and just let them provide value to you, and then you ask them like, oh, by the way, I'm looking for this, do you know anyone? I'm new, but I'm super eager, what should I do? What would your advice be? Always ask for advice. Don't be like, hey, how do I do this? Just be like, hey, I need your advice, I need your expertise, I need your time. Do you mind if I were to ask you a couple of questions? Blah 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 blah. Be polite, don't be weird. Go to the source, ask questions, and at the end, like right at the end when, you know, you guys are just chilling like cool buddy on the internet, that's when you slide in and be like, yo, I need a job, by the way. That's what I did, and I personally worked great. But also, don't freak out if you can't find a job. Like, it took me, I want to say, a couple of weeks. Sometimes it takes people months. Some people get it in the first week. Don't go crazy if you can't do it in the first like 2-3 days. That's just not how it works. I like to, when I was looking for a job, I was trying to be realistic. I was like, do I really feel confident providing value to a company when I've been doing this for like 2 weeks? No. The answer was no. I didn't feel like I knew enough to provide actual value to people. And if you apply for a job or you're looking for a job, but you have no expertise and you have no value to them, you're scamming them. Like, that's pretty much the definition of a scam. So when you apply for something and you're like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm great. And then once you get a job and things start to get real, you're like, what do I do, guys? You don't want that to happen. Okay. How do I find a job? Okay, I think that was a really hectic but good answer. Alright. So with the training, you got a job. Yes, I got the job with the training. It took me a month. No experience. But also, I'm flipping ambitious as heck, so I would bother people. Also, I forgot to mention, this is key. Follow-up is key. In sales, tying it back to sales, follow-up is key. So, if people don't respond to you, don't go like, oh my god, they don't like me, I'm worthless, me. They're busy. Girl, man, dude, they're busy. Like, it takes me weeks to respond to people sometimes. And I apologize because half of you on this like questionnaire probably wrote this 3 weeks ago. I'm sorry, guys. But people are busy. People in sales are constantly trying to improve, learn new things, and grow. So when they don't respond to you, just keep bothering them non-stop until they tell you to stop. Because when they tell you to stop, please stop. And until they say that, don't stop. Keep bothering them every day. Videos, voicemails work really great. Text, pictures, memes. Salespeople love memes because sales is just a giant freaking meme itself. But anyway. Follow-up is key. Don't feel bad when people don't reply to you, and follow up, keep bothering them until they tell you to frig off. How much does appointment setter last? I don't understand this question. As long as you want it to be. People do it as a full-time job, and it pays really well. How can you find the course? The inbound closing program is given by the sales mentor, not traffic and funnels. The sales mentor. The sales mentor. You type in the sales mentor, inbound closing, accelerator, or certification, whatever, and you're probably gonna find it. I'll link it in the video, you guys. Like, and again, not an affiliate link, not making money off of this, not pressuring you to enroll into it, but I had to delete everything off of my phone because I have limited storage. Anyway, I'm back with my computer, with my handy trusty computer. Alright, so what program did you use to learn? I used the Inbound Closer Accelerator program. I did a month, I believe it's about a month. You do a class every day, or like a lesson, a video lesson every day, and then you do some homework and you're good to go. Now, however, after I finished my accelerator, I was invited to do private coaching with Peyton Welch and Josh Johnson and just a bunch of other people. And honestly, it's legendary. It's almost like life coaching now that I think about it, and less of like finance coaching. But honestly, they do touch upon sales all the time, but it's just, it feels great learning from this gentleman. He's so handsome too. Oh, and this one? They're just great. Anyway, can you recommend any certain companies to work that are nice to start with? So the sales mentor always hire new specialists, not so much closers just yet because it takes a while to really get good at it. But that being said, they do hire specialists all the time, so feel free to just like email them, keep spamming them until they give you a job. Well, that's not how it works, but okay, that's great. You know what, any company that did client kit with traffic and funnels would have a very similar system to the sales mentor, what they teach in the course, in the Inbound Closer course. So if you can find anyone who is related to the client kit from traffic and funnels, any of those companies would be just an excellent place to start. The reason why, and okay, first, client kit is like one of the I guess like top business coaching type things for creating an offer, creating a funnel, blah 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 blah. I don't know, never did it, but I've heard about it. So the company that I work for now, they did client kit and they're great. So anybody who is related remotely to kind of like the decision makers of the sales mentor and traffic and funnels, who are like friends of them and have their own companies, that's where I would look for, because instantly you'll have common ground with them because you've been trained by them and they've been trained by a similar process. So right away, very easy to get a job there because of that common ground. So that's what I would do. I would just research, see who did client kit, go on Traffic and Funnels website, see their testimonials, look for clients there, and then find those companies and email them. And friend them on Facebook. Do what salespeople do. Facebook, email, phone, text, and then just bombard them with that. And that way they'll see that like, you mean real, it's a real deal, you really want a job. Do what I just did, do what I just told you to do. I think that's the best way. But that's more for like a setter position rather than a closer. Closer depends really, because a lot of solid companies do require sales experience to really become a closer. That being said, usually once you start as a setter, as an appointment setter, or as a sales specialist, not an advisor, sales specialist, that's the one who sets appointments, there's always room to grow into a position of a sales advisor, aka closer. So if I would probably not be the best person to ask how to get a closing job, but definitely what I would recommend, if you don't have a lot of experience, start setting appointments, because it's an extremely valuable skill. I cannot just like, I cannot stress enough how valuable that skill is, especially for someone with like limited sales experience. Talking with people you've never met before, handling objections, those things come up when you set appointments, and it's a good place to start. And just look for companies that are growing and evolving and create some real value, and then apply as a setter, and then grow with them and grow into a closing position. Because honestly, if you show them that you're capable of doing that, of closing, not just setting appointments, then the chances are they'll give you that opportunity. It just depends on how hungry you are and what you're willing to do to really show people that you're hungry and willing to work. At the end of the day, that's what like a lot of companies are looking for. Not necessarily the skill, but the drive, the personality. Because qualifications, like, let's be real, anybody can teach you qualifications, but it doesn't mean that you're an expert in the field, doesn't mean that you have actual experience. Like, if I were to hire people and I had a person from like top business school versus a person with like 3-4 years of experience doing sales, I'll probably get the salesperson. Just because education don't mean shit in this world. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. The real life experience, that one's hard to accumulate and hard to... is this program only 18 and older? This program is not for people 18 and older, but you do need a credit card to pay for it. So I would recommend that you are at least 16, but better to be 18, just because you do need a level of maturity, and this program does deal a lot with like finances and money. And not to say that young people aren't mature enough or not educated enough, but the chances are you are not gonna get hired in a financial sales environment if you're 16, or even if you're 18. I don't know, kind of, I don't want to say anything, but you can enroll, doesn't mean you're gonna be able to find a job though. That's when it gets tough. I hope this helps. I really, like, that's a tough question. You can still learn, though. You can always learn. Nobody's stopping you from learning, but it's like, would you give a 16-year-old a job in a like a high level job in a bank? No. Haven't met anyone. That's why a lot of 16-year-olds, you know, they work at like Walmart or coffee shops. I was working in a coffee shop before, but you know, it's I don't know what to say. I just don't think it's the best idea to try and get a job with finances when you're a child. Anyway, what up, gang? I am almost done editing the video. I could not film the ending because I don't have any memory on my phone left. I don't know how I'm recording right now, but just don't worry about it. I think I answered almost everybody's questions, and I just want to encourage you guys to send more, and I can do another Q&A whenever there's enough questions accumulated, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But this is it for now. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for all your sweet comments. Thank you for all the questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. You guys rock. Stay woke. Don't be broke.